going on, everybody? Today is Wednesday. Starting a new job today up in Beckett. I used to go up this way a lot, and I stopped going up there because it just was too hard to deal with. Excuse me. It's too hard to deal with and far, but I got a call for this job. I gave them a price of what I thought was worth my time, and they took it, so we're out here doing it. So, got equipment there yesterday. Met with the electrician yesterday. We had hooked the job. Let me back up. The job is, there's a 3,000 gallon tight tank there now at a cottage on the lake. They had it installed in about 2016, I think, and sounds like kind of from the rip the guy didn't install it correctly. So they're having problems where it was, when they first installed it, they were getting it pumped about every month and a half, and then over time the frequency increased to the point where they're pumping it out like every 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I went there and looked at it. I originally didn't see anything wrong with it, but I had a pretty good idea of what was probably going on, which was it was a two-piece 3,000 gallon tank, which was there's somehow groundwater pushing in through the seam. I called around to a lot of people, other excavators that I know that are friends of mine, my septic tank supplier, and I was like, is there anything I can do about this? What do you guys think the problem is? Just to kind of confirm my suspicions, and they all said the same thing of like, it's coming through the seam, or there's a crack, but it's probably not cracked because it's a new tank. It could be coming through the inlet, but I know that's all patched up. I looked at that. So they said, yeah, it's got to be, unless it's below grade, it's got to be coming in through the seam, and it's groundwater because it's right by the lake. And they said, there's really no fix to that. You're going to just have to replace the whole thing. And I said, that's kind of what I feel like too. So I told them that. They went for it. We are doing a little bit smaller of a tank. It's going to be 2,500 gallons instead of 3,000. I wanted the heaviest thing I could get that a normal boom truck could pick up and set without having to get a crane involved. So, which is a 2,500 gallon tank. So that's what we're going to put in. So we got the electrician there yesterday. He unhooked the float from the house and control panel, pulled the wire through. That way we can just dig up, cut the conduit where we need to, and then dig and set the tank and then put it all back the way it was. So that's unhooked. I got it pumped out on Monday. So we're pretty much all ready to start digging and collapsing it this morning. I have to start this morning. I'm heading over to the local feed store on the way up there to grab straw wattle. I have silt fence in the back. The conservation wants erosion control put in, so we got to do that first thing this morning. And then there's a bunch of plants on top of where the tank is that we need to remove, save, put to the side, and then eventually put back as part of the conservation plan. So we got to do that this morning too, and then hopefully start digging for the tank. I was originally going to try to set it for actually what would have been today, which good thing I didn't, because that other job took me a lot longer than I thought with the seating and everything else. But that's finally done. I just got to pull my equipment out of there. So I'm glad I didn't schedule that, but it was a little bit of a screwed up week because the 4th's on Friday, and the tank supplier wasn't closed, or wasn't open on the Thursday. So the only day I would have been able to get it this week was Wednesday. I kind of thought from the rip that was a pretty tight deadline, so I just sheared on the side of caution and just said we'll do it for Monday. So we got to come in Monday next week. That's, I think, the 7th. The 4th is Friday, so yeah, that's the 7th. 4, 6, 7. Yeah, that's the 7th. So yeah, we're gonna get it ready. Until then, hopefully the hole isn't filled with water. I got stone coming in tomorrow. We might wait on stoning it, but we'll see. Just want to see you guys start digging. So we will see you guys on the job site, and we'll kind of go over things then and show what's going on later. Alright everyone, this is what we got going on. This is the job site. So, just over these plants. Heck, some dogs over there. Where the heck did that dog come from? He's stuck over there? No, it's the neighbor's dog. Alright, anyways. This is what we got going on. This is where the tank is, and the new one's going to be going. We have to put the new one exactly where this old one is because the property boundary is so close. I'm not sure if this fence line is the property boundary, but I do know that they wanted me to put it in the exact spot. Just didn't want to go over the line at all. So, gonna remove all these carefully, put them over there. And then we'll run our straw wattle and silt fence along this way and start digging. First things first though, gotta remove that pole where the fence is. Yeah. Oh, the dog's trying to get a duck. Go get it, boy. Go get it. Go get it. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, so that's what's going on here. Here's the tank, there's a float right there. And here's the 3,000 gallon tank. We'll take off that support too and reuse that. So, yeah, so we got going on here, and we'll pick back up when we start working. this out of here. It's all stockpiled over here. The lady that owns the place wanted it all in the shade. She said against the fence was the best shade, and she wanted it all on top of each other. So that's what we got. I don't think it came out too bad. Something this year with the theme of lawnmowers. It seems like every job we get on and we start filming, someone comes out to cut the grass, and it's always really loud. But next step is going to be putting in silt fence and straw wattle. Alright guys, it's the end of the first day. We got our silt fence and straw wattle in, which is good. Materials there, flowers are out, and then we finally got the top of that cracked open. I was able to get another rock, which ended up in there anyways, but it cracked it enough to where I was able to rip it apart, take the top off. Right now I'm just kind of trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to get to the front of this without obviously falling in, because that's a close gap right there. Yeah, but this is a really deep tank. Yeah, bunch to overcome on this one. So yeah, but that is that's for tomorrow. For right now, we are out of here and had to go look at some jobs, so we'll be back on this tomorrow. And we got stone coming in tomorrow, and that's pretty much it for tomorrow. Just getting this ready. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to prep it with stone tomorrow or just leave it and do it last minute before the tank comes in. That way, if anything falls in or it fills up with water over the weekend, we can pump it out and not lose any stone. But I'm not sure yet. We'll have to kind of get more of this out and see what we can do, but see what we're up against. But for now, that's a wrap on today, and we will see you guys back here in the morning.